OmniBadu, and I am back with another one. Hey, Scorpios! How y'all doing? Hey, friends! Hopefully you're doing amazing. I definitely am. Let's see what we got going on today, okay? Because these wanted to shoot out the dang deck, all right? So it looks like in the future, okay, you or someone who's connected to you, doesn't necessarily have to be you, but somebody's going to get some upsetting message from somewhere or some sort of something, right? That's not really good. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. This says message of concern with message. So you're definitely, okay, if it ain't you, it's somebody who's connected to you. But what I'm feeling, like what I'm channeling right now as I'm speaking, is somebody that you pretty much don't want to hear from. Ooh, some of y'all could have went through 2 cycles with this person. Yeah, we have 7 and 14 on these cards, and it's jumping out at me. Some of y'all spent 7 years with this person. Some of y'all spent 14 years with this person. You or this person could be 36. You met them when you were 36. Or you separated from them when you were 36, or them. But either way, some of y'all could have went through a 7-year or a 14-year cycle with this person. And you're done with the situation. 7 years is long enough, but 14, goddamn, okay? We're good, okay? I don't need to talk to you again. I don't need an explanation. I don't need to hear from you. I don't need an apology. I don't need closure. I don't need any fucking thing from you after you done wasted 14 years of my goddamn time. Okay? And so that's kind of where I feel like it would be for you guys, especially for the 14-year crew, right? Some of y'all, it went a little over 14, but maybe it was 14 and then another year or 2 lingered and y'all was kind of in and out, back and forth, or it was 7 and maybe it went through 9, but really them last 2 wasn't really real years that y'all were together like that. So yeah, I just feel like it's and I did a reading over for the collective right before this one, and that message, that reading was about like somebody experiencing a tower moment from hearing from someone, and for some reason that the tower keeps popping up in my head. So I feel like maybe maybe the Scorpios are the ones who may be about to get some sort of a message from an ex. This could even be an old friend or a family member you don't fuck with no more, but you're getting a message from somebody that you don't fuck with in the slightest. I feel like hearing from this person is going to be extremely concerning for you, because this person caused a lot of trauma, a lot of drama, a lot of strife in your life. Lots of ups and downs, lots of ins and outs, highs and lows. Maybe you came in and out of depression a lot dealing with this person in this situation. This could have even been like a work situation where coworkers were ganging up on you and stuff like that. If it wasn't work, then again, of course, it could have just been a relationship, whether it was a friendship, a family member situation, or a lover situation. Regardless, it was, you was good, right? You were good on this shit when it ended. I feel like you and this person, you in this situation, it ran its course. You did what all you could do for them. You accepted all you were going to accept and could accept from them, vice versa. So I just feel like for you, it's concerning, because why the fuck is it here? You know what I'm saying? Like, we know this. Scorpios are fixed energy. It take us fucking forever to make decisions, and it may have taken you a really long time to stand on it. But by the time they want to message you and hit you up, and it distant horizons, right? It took you a minute to stand on it, but you made the decision. Now you're standing on it, and time is going by, or time has been going by. Some of y'all are hearing from this person now, like in the next couple of weeks or months. I'm hearing for some of y'all by the end of March, you'll be hearing from this person, and you have not spoken to them in at least 6 months, at the very least, at the minimum 6. But for others of you, this will be at the minimum 6 months from now, right? So it could be, where are we? February. So I'll say maybe late July, early August, late July through mid-August, you may hear from this person at the earliest, for those of y'all who are just now getting away from the situation, and it's just going to be troublesome to your soul. Okay, for real, you're going to be like, what the, like, I just feel like it's going to be troublesome to your soul. It's going to be a bit of a burden hearing from this person. Yeah, because adjudication with pathway, holy shit. I feel like some of y'all were in a really bad mental state, or you were in a mental prison. You were going over this situation over and over and over again in your head or whatever, right? But either way it goes, you were in some sort of imprisonment, whether it was a mental prison. Some of y'all literally felt imprisoned in the situation. It may have been a trauma bond. It could have been very triggering for you to continue having to speak to, deal with, see, hang out with, exchange kids with, interact with, go to work with, whatever, right? It could have been really traumatic for you to have to continue dealing with this person. And some of y'all couldn't get away because y'all worked together, so you felt like a prisoner because they were being disrespectful or rude, or, you know, spreading gossip and rumors about you at the job, and you had to continue going there, and so you started to feel like a victim. Or you could have been living with someone and you didn't have the means to get away. You didn't have the money to get into your own place. You didn't have a car. You didn't have the credit, and you maybe took your time to do what you needed to do in those last years or whatever, last year, last months of the cycle. Now you're away, but you're like, it's concerning for you because this person made your living situation a living hell. They made your life a living hell. They made going to work a living hell because they were still at the job. Either way it goes, you just felt like a prisoner and a victim. But and it was in the 3D, but also in your mind, you felt like a prisoner and a victim because of the way this person chose to handle themselves, handle you, handle the ending of the situation. It was all really, 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 really bad. They talk about a scorned woman, but they be forgetting to talk about these scorned bitch ass men, don't they? Because I'll say a scorned man is 150,000 times worse than a scorned woman. Because everybody know, men, put your earmuffs on, okay? Everybody know men don't know how to handle heartbreak. They don't know how to handle disappointment. You know, it just destroys them for the rest of their life and shit. They get bitter, you know, they get resentful. They try to do thing after thing after thing to bother and disturb and destroy that last person's life and peace. And it's all because they're scorned, because they feel, you know, that they were overlooked, or that somebody got rid of them because they wasn't good enough, you know, and they need to get that person back or whatever. So I feel like y'all were dealing with a very bitter, scorned man or woman at the time. You know, they were holding some sort of grudge against you, and they felt like, you know, taking it out on you, lashing out on you, abusing you was the way to get a win in their own life. Pathetic ass motherfucker. But it didn't get them any type of a win. Not with you, okay? I don't know what's going on. You know, obviously nothing good if they hitting you up. But yeah, it didn't get them a win with you at all whatsoever. So you guys are getting great fortune. Some of y'all, your life has already turned around financially. Things are going really well. You're very blessed. You're very highly favored. And so again, you could have received abundance as some sort of a gift or a blessing from the divine because you did walk away and hold yourself in high honor. So you could receive a gift, and that gift could be something to do with your finances and your abundance. But what I feel also is that this person is going to come towards you with gifts. They could get one thing in particular. They could get you something that you really like. They could send some flowers to your house. They could send you an edible arrangement. I mean, do people still fuck with those nasty, stinky ass, weird ass inventions or what? You know? So I don't know, but they're going to send some sort of a gift to your house, or they're going to try to bring you some sort of a gift. If they have your address though, just expect some shit to be on your doorstep that you did not order. you have great fortune, and they're viewing you as someone who should be held in high honor. You made this final judgment call, and now you're on your divine path, because I feel like in the Kipper deck, the pathway is divine and the journey is just, it's riddled with lessons. Okay, the journey is more karmic. So you got off of the journey path, right? You got off of your karmic, out of your karmic cycle, off your karmic wheel, and now you're on a more positive pathway. Now you're moving in a more divine energy. But you had to make this final judgment call in order to get out of this mental prison, because I feel like the prison was, either this person who once held me in high honor is now, literally my arch nemesis at the job, and they're like destroying my reputation. They're making it miserable for you to come in and out of work every day, and you could have been like confused by this because they once held you in such high honor. Or same thing, if it was a relationship, this is somebody who really, really had you on a pedestal and really cherished you for a period of time. And I just feel like, again, you were in some sort of a headspace over it. Basically waiting to see, like, how could they turn into that from that? So are they going to revert back to this? Is this just a moment? But it wasn't. So you had to make a final judgment call. And for some of you, that judgment call did include a divorce. Some of you guys were married to this person and you've divorced them. Some of y'all, this person don't even know that they're divorced. Yeah, but others of you that you're moving forward with a divorce. This person who's now wanting to hold you, so they're wanting to put you back on a pedestal. They're wanting to put you back in the position that you were once in. They want to shed light on you, on the situation. They want to be nicer to you and be in a more positive energy when it comes to you and dealing with you. And that's why they're wanting to offer you a gift. The gift may be some form of an apology. Be careful, because you do have great fortune. It is something that this person is aware of, and it could be a part of the reason that they're viewing you as a gift. I'm not really seeing where they're coming in to use you for money so far. Poverty and all that type of shit ain't came out. Okay, yeah. But yeah, this person is planning on getting you in the bed. They planning on getting some sort of sexual situation started because they feel like it'll help them acquire equal give and take. But I do feel like this person, for some of y'all, they could actually be in jail, or they're like how you were in that mental prison, or you physically felt literally imprisoned in the situation because you couldn't leave the job or you couldn't get out of the home. Or some of y'all just couldn't get out of the headspace of what the fuck is going on. Why are you acting like this? Why are you treating me like this? And you may have stayed in that mental space for a while. Either way it goes, you've gotten out of that position and now this person is there. They could be there just because they're there, but they could also be there because they're getting locked up and they have absolutely fucking nothing else to think about except for you, the way they treated you, how they did you, how they handled themselves, how they handled the situation with you. So while you're on your divine path, for some of y'all, this person is going to continue on their karmic journey, and it's going to land them in jail with adjudication and imprisonment. And they're going to boss up. I hate to say that, but this person is actually going to mature behind bars. So if your person is locked up and they trying to reach out to you, take it with a grain of salt, because they're in jail. There are no other distractions. There are no other options. Yes, they feel guilty. Yes, they're learning, but that's not to say that they're going to continue to be in that energy when they get out of jail. But if they're hitting you up and they're in jail, the shit that they're saying, they mean it. It's serious, and you may be able to gain some sort of closure from this person while they're locked up. Just getting the truth, because if your person is in jail, you are going to get the truth out of them because they're maturing in there, because they're in there and they're away from the world. So like I said, take it with a grain of salt. I wouldn't start, planning our marriage and thinking that this person's going to be that when they get out. They might, but they may revert back to who they were. And this could just be an opportunity for some of y'all to get closure and get honesty and answers from this person while they're locked up and get some sort of understanding. But yeah, if they're not locked up, then they're in a mental prison and it's still maturing them. the divorce for some of you may be the thing that does it. For those of y'all who are going to tell this person, when it's time for them to sign them papers, they may refuse to sign them, or they could just kind of get like kind of moody and stuff because that wasn't what they were expecting next. And they, you know, they may sign them, they may refuse to sign them, but either way, whether they sign them or not, they're going to be in some sort of a horrible mental prison about you guys separating the way y'all are, or the way y'all have, or whatever. And then once that takes place, then they're going to, you know, they're going to want to come message you. They're going to want to come back different. They're going to want to gift you things and take care of you and spoil you, put you on a pedestal, hold you in high honor. Excuse me. I kind of feel like you will already have yourself on a pedestal, and I low-key feel like you will have been spoiling yourself with your great fortune by the time this person come around trying to do it big. Okay, because I feel like it ain't gonna be as big as they think it is, because you've been doing bigger things for yourself in the meantime and the motherfucking between time. Okay, thanks but no thanks. We wait for no one. All right. Purifying, right? I love it. There were lots of fights, arguments, disagreements. There was a lot of tension, turbulence, and stress between you and this person before things ended. You said your goodbye. You said farewell. It was final for you. You tried to get closure. I think a lot of you guys tried to get and give closure to this person so that it wouldn't be open-ended, so that nothing would be lingering, so that you guys could, you know, have peace of mind moving forward. And the ability to open up to someone else and be authentic and true and really actually fall in love without the wonder and the worry of, is this person gonna come back? Is this situation really done? So I feel like you tried to get that closure so that y'all didn't have to revisit this situation later. You know, it was just it's over type situation, you know, like no matter how many years go by, no matter what apologies, what gifts you give, no matter what happens, I'm done. You know, I don't want this back. I don't want you back. So you maybe really tried to give or get closure when you were saying goodbye, because again, you wanted it to feel final for you and for this person. They didn't want it to feel final because they were not really done with you. Yeah, something else might have had them distracted. Yeah, this, yeah, that. But when people do not want to give closure, it's usually narcissists. Because they need to try to weasel their way back in. Because even if you give somebody closure, that don't mean you can't go back later and try to talk to them or explain some things, or right? So to not give closure is usually someone who's narcissistic, and it's because their intentions are 150% to come back. So why would I close out the situation? Why would I shut the door, right? I'm gonna leave the door open. You can come back if you want to. You leave your door open. I can come through it if I'd like. You didn't want that. No Scorpio really wants that, right? And I hope ain't no cross watchers in here, because I could give a fuck, right? Because no normal, healed, high vibrational Scorpio wants an open-ended anything. We don't do open relationships. We don't do open endings. Everything needs to be closed, right? It's a part of being fixed energy. And I don't know no fixed energy that likes open relationships. That's too all over the fucking place, right? So you didn't want it open. You wanted it closed. Because you kept trying to get closure and they didn't want to give it, I feel like it just created more and more and more distance, more and more of a barrier between the two, because they're trying to prevent you from leaving by not giving you closure, and you're trying to prevent them from having the mindset of, we're going to try this again, by getting the closure. So you're guarded because you're like, they're trying to play me into thinking that we can try again, when I know I don't ever want to try again, no matter what goes through their mind or what they decide. I'm done, right? So now you're guarded and you have a barrier because you're trying to stand on your shit. You're done. There is no reason to leave this open-ended. It will never change between us. It couldn't change ever. Right? So, and they're guarded because they're like, I'm not giving you the closure that you're looking for. I'm not closing this cycle out. You know, you were starting to stress them out, and with the arguments and the turbulence of you trying to get the closure and them trying to force the ending to be open. And Yeah, so it created distance barriers. There was a huge separation, and now there's all this space between the two of you where your life has transformed, for the better, and their life, I don't know whether it's transformed better or worse. I don't know if they're actually in prison or if it's a mental prison, but they're just having a hard time letting this situation be dead. Because I don't even think it's dying. I think it's dead, and this person is having a hard time allowing it to stay in the grave, right? Like they still trying to resurrect? I was gonna say re-erect. That sounds crazy. That sounds like something that men need for their flaccid dicks. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Apprehension, guarded, cautious, afraid. They could be cautious and afraid to come towards you. You could be apprehensive and guarded because you don't really want to hear from. So I feel like they could be cautious and afraid because of the way that they treated you. So they don't know how you're going to receive them. And you're guarded and apprehensive because of the way that they treated you, and you don't want to hear from them because you're tired of being mistreated by this person. They are talking about you way too much. I think they talk about you to any and everybody who will listen. They may reminisce a lot, and you're like in all of their memories, right? And so they're like, I'm just telling a story, but every freaking story that they tell, you were involved. And it could just be that you were really, really in this person's life like that, and you could have been in their life for a really long time. So maybe you're in every single one of their stories, but they don't have to talk about you. They don't have to include you in the story. They don't have to say, and then, my ex said, they don't have to do that. So I feel like they're talking about you all the time to any and everybody who will listen. And I feel like people are starting to question this person and kind of ask, why won't you just call this person? Or why won't you just go to the Scorpio house? Or why don't you go bring some flowers up to Scorpio job? I feel like people are trying to bring you two back together. For some of y'all, the spirit is saying these are the same people who encourage this person to do you dirty or leave you or something like that in the first place. Look, I told you, overindulgence, doing something way too much, talking about you, okay? They talking about you way too much, and it got people really confused as to why y'all aren't together. With the illusions, clouded, judgment, unbalanced, and skewed, it's because of this person and all the lies and gaslighting and breadcrumbing and all of the illusions that they created. Now the situation is extremely unbalanced, and you have a very skewed perception of this person now. You don't feel like you know them. You feel like they're a liar, they're a snake. You're not interested in knowing them anymore. Everything about their energy and the way they've handled themselves is just really immature. It's really, really unattractive. And whatever they were doing to you, they overdid their abuse. They overdid their control. They overdid the manipulation. Now they're talking about you too much. This person may be an overdoer. They do everything to the extreme. So they could have an obsessive or an addictive type of personality. So they could be, I feel like they're now in this obsessive energy over you, talking about you all the time and shit like that. It's too much though. It's too much, and I feel like they're starting to get on people's nerves. And with misunderstood, lost soul, victim, mistakes, they feel misunderstood. They kind of feel misunderstood by you. They feel misunderstood by the people that are around them that are trying to get them to come back towards you. Because they're really like, these people really don't get who I am, or they wouldn't be trying to encourage me to go back to Scorpio. So they feel like those people don't really understand them. They feel lost in life. Their soul is definitely lost. This person kind of turned their back on the divine. They turned their back on like high vibrational energies, which would be you and whatever you were trying to work towards with this person. And they did that because they are a lost soul, and so this person has no faith. They don't pray first before they make any decisions. They just do shit, and it doesn't work out for them 90% of the time, 98% of the time. And then they victimize themselves because they made a dumb decision that didn't work out for them. But it's because they're hard-headed, they're egotistical, they're arrogant, they don't listen to anybody, they don't value anyone's opinion. They pretend like they care about what people are saying initially when they first meet people. Just long enough for people to kind of get wrapped up in them. And then, you know, once they feel like they got the person's attention or undivided full attention on them or whatever, they start kind of blowing them off and basically treating them like their ideas and whatever they're trying to say is stupid. This is crazy because this is my this is my reversal deck, but it's also cards in here that are upright, and every single card that came out for this person is in the reverse. So that's not good. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So this person, they have no stability. And that could be that they have nowhere to live. That could be that they are not in a good relationship. Even if they do have somebody, it's not going in the right direction. Even if this person thinks it is, it's not. It's not leading to long-term or stability with that person. But then again, they could just not have a place to stay, or they don't have a car, they don't have a job, or they're going to lose all of those things while you guys are in separation, which is causing them to feel more like a victim. But I feel like they're going to victimize themselves at first and for an extended period of time. But once victimizing themselves, nobody really cares about this person victimizing themselves. But so the fact that nobody cares, they're going to see like no one cares, no one's trying to help them, nobody's listening, no one cares. So I feel like they're going to go from victimizing themselves to realizing the mistake that they made. But it's only going to be after no one gives a shit about this person whining and bitching and moaning and complaining. Because it's like, I'm telling y'all, for some of y'all, this person, we have 35 and 36, so, and 30. So for some of you guys, this person is in their 30s, you know, but I really feel more so mid 30s with the 35, 36. So mid to late 30s, and no one really gives a fuck about this person anymore. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares. They're too fucking old for anybody to give a fuck. This is not a 16-year-old. This ain't a 20-year-old. This is an old ass man, okay? Too old. Yes, when you're in your 30s, your ass is too fucking old to be victimizing yourself and whining and complaining about, you know, the things that you're doing to yourself. At this age and at this point, ain't nobody doing a motherfucking thing to you but yourself. You ain't got shit because you don't do nothing with the time in your day but lay around and talk on the phone and chase coochie or chase meat and play video games. Okay, that's why you don't have nothing. Quit whining about it. You don't want shit. You have what you want. You have somewhere to play video games and a coochie to lay up in, or some D to sit on. That's what you want. That's what you have, right? So it's to the point where no one gives a fuck about this person, you know, bitching. And so then they're going to start to look at the mistakes that they've made. But it will be after they go through, you know, whatever it is that they're about to go through, that leads them to look at you differently as loyal, dedicated, trustworthy, and reliable. Because this person didn't trust you in the past. Being stubborn. So I feel like this person is an attention seeker. I feel like they're a follower. They're a crowd pleaser. This person goes wherever they need to go to get attention. They do whatever they need to do and say whatever they need to say to fit in with anybody and everybody. If they get a new group of friends once a year, they change who they are every year to match up with a new group of friends. You know, so I feel like they're lame as fuck. You know, a lot of y'all might feel like this person is a complete fucking loser because, I mean, you're, again, in your mid to late 30s or beyond, because this could have started at this age for some of y'all and they never ever came out of this midlife crisis. But it's like, at these ages and beyond, who gives a fuck what your goddamn peers think? You're still being peer pressured at 37? You're still being peer pressured at 46? Are you fucking serious? That's pathetic and sad as fuck. You still care about what the person sitting next to you thinks about you? At 40? Really? Okay, all right. So yeah, this person being an ignorant, stubborn asshole, it has not worked out for them. It has not. Judgment is not going in their favor. And then on top of that, with the 8 of Cups, you have released your feelings and your emotions from this person, because when they were in this attention-seeking energy with the 4 of Pentacles, they were holding back from you. So yeah, you released your feelings from them because they were holding back from you. So now you're holding back from them because you see them for who they are: a follower, a people pleaser, a crowd pleaser, shallow, superficial, materialistic, and you ain't having it. You're no longer giving your attention to this person because you did not have their attention to begin with. They weren't giving you their time and their energy, effort, or attention because everything and everybody else was more important. And they were being extremely stubborn, is kind of what I feel. They even started to become mean, angry, hostile, malicious, and vicious because they wanted to take a leap of faith and do something else. So again, that caused you to take a leap of faith in your own direction because judgment was not going in your favor with this person. So you had to release your feelings and walk away from them. It's crazy though, because now they feel like they're not, on the right side of karma. Now they feel like judgment is not on, in their favor. That's where they're looking at themselves and looking at the situation and looking at the mistakes, because they thought that they were going to be a king of pentacles. They thought they were going to be balling out of control, blowing money fast, tricking off on people, paying for the baddest girls in the world, all the sexy ones that they want. It's okay to pay for them, but they don't have the bag or the stability or the finances to do any of the shit that they wanted to do or that they thought they were going to be out there doing. If they thought they were about to offer some sort of, stable lifestyle to somebody else, they can't offer that. They can offer themselves, and they can provide what they can with this King of Pentacles. If they can only pay that person's cell phone bill, that's all they can do, but they're going to pay it every month consistently. But it's not what the other person may have thought they were getting, or they're not able to give what they thought they was going to be able to give to that person. So yeah, they want to trick off on somebody so bad, but they can't. So they're just giving them the last, right? If they got $200 in their account, they're giving the last $184 to this person to pay their cell phone bill every month. And the person, I feel like there is somebody who's taking this masculine's money, but I don't feel like they don't want this masculine the way this masculine wants to be wanted. Yeah, with the Chariot and the Wheel and Fortune in the reverse, they did decide. So they released their feelings from you, and you felt like the situation wasn't going in your favor, and it wasn't. And it was because there was somebody else that they wanted to move forward with, and they are going to get that forward movement, or they have started moving towards that person, or they just started moving forward together. So they took the leap of faith, and that's why they were being mean, angry, hostile, and malicious. But with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, karma is not on their side. With the Nine of Wands and the Three of Cups in the reverse, intuitively they may have known, but it's showing here like this person should have defended themselves and guarded themselves and blocked this situation with this other person out, Scorpio, but they didn't. They chose the other situation over you. It could have been with a Pisces or a Cancer or another Scorpio with the Queen of Cups and the Hangman. But there was a feminine energy that may have been a water sign for some of y'all that came between you and stagnated you guys' situation and stopped it from moving. Completely stopped it. I feel like during that stagnancy, you started to pour into yourself. And now you're kind of in this Nine of Wands, guarding and blocking this person out of your life because you know that they went and reunited with a third party. And you feel like they're only trying to keep you around as a side piece or on the side. So that was before y'all got rid of this person. I feel like you'll get rid of them and it'll be complete silence though between the two of you guys. This is crazy. The Four of Wands with the Fool in the reverse. This person either thought that this was their twin, or they're moving in or have moved in with this person very quickly, very impulsively, very much without any thought. Yeah, because they liked the sex that they were having. Ace of Wands with the Two of Cups. Holy shit. Seven of Cups. Oh, yeah, okay. So they like the sex that they were having with that person. They feel like that's their soulmate, and they feel like they can have balance with that person because of that person's financial status, because that person is single and abundant and yeah. So they're getting exactly what they wanted. It's just not going to turn out the way that they thought that it was going to turn out. And it's because they don't have their shit together. So yeah, this person gonna let them move in, and because of the sex, right? So the person, the feminine who has her shit together, or his, is going to let this masculine move in because they like the sex as well. But the fact that this masculine is broke as fuck is going to start to kind of weigh on this other feminine. And yeah, they're going to be pouring into each other and all this types of stuff at first. But then there's some sort of justice that's going to be served. And that other feminine is going to leave the situation the way they came into it. Single, prosperous, abundant. So they're still going to be financially successful and stable. But they are going to walk away from this masculine. Some sort of justice is going to be served, obviously, for the way that they treated you and walked off on you for this other person in this other situation. Keep all of that in mind, because this person will have gone through all of this by the time they come back to you. So they will have moved in with someone who basically moved out on them or put them out because they are a bum and they don't bring in enough money or they don't do enough or provide enough. They still won't have anything when they come towards you. So I actually feel like by that time, let me get a couple of more. With the 7 of Cups, yeah, and the 4 of Swords, y'all are about to heal something with somebody else. Y'all have another option. Okay, let me look at 10 of Wands. Spirit is so funny. When this person come back around, it's actually going to irritate the fuck out of you and burden you. But it's because you will have someone else. So with the 7 of Cups, you have another option out there. You're healing from this though, and you ain't really paying no mind to no other options. But then with the Page of Wands, you get some sort of communication from this other option. It could be a younger fire sign for some of you guys, or it's just somebody who brings the inner child out of you. And it could be somebody kind of feisty or really sexy or really, really good in bed. With the Ace of Cups, you and this person are going to start a new cycle in love. So you're actually going to end up in the Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups with the 2 of Cups with somebody else. And that will be justice. That'll be when the justice is complete, because they already got played by the other person. That was a part of their karma. Not even played. They kind of showed who they really are to that other person, and that other person didn't accept them the way that you did. So that already ended. They try to come back to you. You will already have healed things with someone else, or you're going through a healing phase where you get communication from someone that kickstarts the love of your life. You and this person will be pouring into each other. This person's going to try to come back with absolutely nothing to offer you except a title. They're going to come in like, you're my wife, or something like that. Like, or do you want to get married? And it's just going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about? They ain't coming at you. They don't even have a ring because they don't have no money to get a ring type shit. So they may just come at you and literally say out their mouth, do you want to get married? And they think you don't give a fuck. But it's because of how hard you were fighting for them in the end when they were disrespecting you and dissing you and acting pathetic and weak. They're only getting the balls to come back towards you because of the people that are around. They're finding you to be loyal because this other person kicked their ass to the curb when they realized that they didn't have anything to offer. So now you're looking loyal, you're looking like a catch, you're looking like a dime piece because you would have never looked down on this person because of their financial status. I mean, where the fuck do we do that at, right? Like, I ain't no gold digging asshole. I don't need, so yeah, I feel like you would have never looked down on this person for their financial status. And now you never did. And so now they're like, you're loyal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are loyal. You were there for them when they had nothing. You tried to build with them or offer them something. Some of y'all got this great fortune and tried to build with this masculine, and they thought they had a better plan somewhere else with somebody who really was looking down on them the whole time. Somebody who really only liked their sex. That was somebody who was dick dizzy. Yeah, this other person got dickmatized. They were dick dizzy. And so they pretty much let somebody they didn't even love or have any real feelings for come in and run their life. And they got upset and mad, felt like they were being used for money. But you were using somebody for sex, weren't you? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they get into a dick dizzy coochie whip type situation that don't go nowhere because they are not meant for each other. That is not real. That is sex. And then they try to come back to you. Yeah, the other feminine is going to leave just as happy and satisfied and stable in their pockets as they were when they tried to do whatever with each other. But they leave in a state of, you know, destruction and despair. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. They're leaving in a state of destitute energy. You know, they're going to be a vagabond out here, a hobosexual looking for somewhere to stay. But you're not the one, because you already have something else with somebody else. And they may be really, really pushy for some of y'all, because they may actually still be living with this person. But there could be fights, arguments, disagreements that start, or this feminine energy is going to start to become very cruel and mean and vicious towards this masculine, because they're tired of taking care of or providing for this masculine. And so they may come at you almost trying to be hasty or pushy or something, because they want to hurry up and get the fuck out of this other person's house, basically. But it's not going to work. Nothing is going to work out for them. Because you already have something else in somebody else. And with gift and high honor, this could have been a blessing from the divine for you guys, because you deserve to be held in high honor previously and you weren't. So you may actually have been blessed with this other person who is holding you in high honor. Look at this, Queen and King of Pentacles with Temperance. Whoa, and the King of Cups. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, so we finna go. Y'all got an ex that's gonna come back, you know, just in a state of disarray. But before they get there, you will temper things with a King of Cups. So a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio masculine, heavy on the Cancer, with the Chariot, and heavy on Pisces with the Hangman. So your masculine could be a Cancer or a Pisces, which is our like perfect match. So that's freaking awesome and amazing for you. But there's a water sign masculine that's going to come in and start to put work and energy and effort into you. You and this person will have temperance and balance. They will balance your light and your dark. You'll balance theirs. They'll keep you in a feminine. You'll keep them in a positive masculine. You know, King and Queen of Pentacles, y'all will commit. Y'all will move in together. Y'all will marry each other. You will provide for each other and take care of each other. That's going to be going on before this person makes it back to you. And it just sucks, because they're going to come back to you kind of looking with the Three of Wands, Seven of Swords, Two of Wands, ready to take things into another direction, ready to actually prepare and build some sort of future together. I do feel like they're going to be sneaky and kind of in a lying type of energy. With the Seven of Swords, they're going to be a little bit cunning and conniving. They're not gonna want to just come towards you and say what they really want. They're gonna want to, you know, they're gonna want to manipulate the situation, because they're a liar and a manipulator. Also because they don't want to have to tell you why they were being so cruel and mean, hateful and vicious and malicious towards you. And I feel like they don't want to talk about the fact that luck didn't go in their favor with all the shit that they went and pulled. So I do feel like they're gonna try to snake their way back in to your life, but I feel like it's gonna be a day late and $1 short. Like, I really do. Day late and $3.66 short, okay? You know, because you can scrape up $1, but you ain't scraping up $3.66. You're not. You just need to put that shit back on the shelf and leave it where it's at. And that's kind of how it is in this situation. Like, they pretty much are gonna need to put your ass back on the shelf and leave you where you at, because somebody else done already scooped you up, okay? All right, Scorpio, so that's going to be y'all reading. Be sure to give it a thumbs up, like it if you like it, subscribe if you like my vibe. My name is OmniBadu, and until next time, bye.